Drake'u, fuje to. Drake'u. I think he found it. Oh, come on, man. Drake'u, fuje to. Come on, man. Oh. Yeah, I think. No čo, ty by si chtěl teďkon do brudku. Now he would want reward that he ate a bone he wasn't supposed to eat. That's great. Yeah, I think he ate that old bone he left there all those days ago. I think he finally found it and finished it. So Drake. You dog. The wind is absolutely insane today. I thought, you know, like we got the worst of it in these past couple of days, and it can't get any worse. But apparently it can, because today is just insane. You know, I just stepped out of the door and I was like, holy moly, you know. It's unbelievable when you're inside and the wind is like this kind of wind is raging outside. It feels like, I don't know, man, it feels like the whole house is gonna move, you know. It's pretty scary. And I mean, for, you know, this part of well, maybe I need to take it through here for a change, but I think it's gonna be overgrown with thorny blackberry shrubs, so I'm not sure if you can pass through. I haven't been through that route for a long time. I used to go through that very often, actually, but that was after they cleared a lot of wood from this area, and they kind of, you know, with these heavy machinery, they kind of like drove through the hill and created a sort of a path that I could walk through. Otherwise, it's wildly overgrown with, you know, with thorny bushes and shrubs. So almost impossible to pass unless you're a deer or a boar with incredibly thick skin. Then it's a problem. And Drake hates thorns. You know, he's like he hates thorns. So I have to carry him over. It's kind of physically taxing. By the way, there is this abandoned chateau, so to speak. Chateau. What am I saying? Jesus Christ! That's the thing. When you wake up and start recording a video, 15 minutes after you wake up, you're saying all sorts of weird stuff. So no, this is not an abandoned chateau. It's an abandoned cottage, and chateau. I mean, it could be a chateau for someone for sure, but yeah, it's a cottage, and it's abandoned, and it's in a beautiful spot in the middle of the forest, with huge trees. Especially that one is beautiful. It's like overgrown with ivy, and it's just beautiful. And the whole place is amazing. It's like in the middle of the woods, in the middle of nowhere, basically, but still kind of accessible. You know, still got that road here. I mean, the path that goes through here, and yeah, but it's abandoned. Looks like for well over 10 years, I would say, and no one really, you know, is doing anything to bring it back to its former glory, so to speak. But I've seen some little hints of someone doing something. You know, I've seen like someone repaired the fence a little bit, and you know, something was cleared out. You know, there was an old car in there that was like completely wrecked, and that was taken out, you know. So probably someone is slowly trying, I don't know, to, as I said, get it back to its former glory. Who knows? But I haven't seen any like larger activity or something that would tell you that things are being done on this property and that it's gonna, you know, get used again. But yeah, that's the old quote-unquote chateau in the middle of the forest. Yeah, it's a really beautiful spot. But anyway, this was the path that I was using before, and that was kind of cleared out by all the heavy machinery. Now it's kind of all right, actually. A bit overgrown, but not too much. But I think in spring and autumn, in summer, it's gonna be impassable. You know, it's gonna be completely. It's gonna be completely overgrown. So yeah, I might need to help Drake because he really hates thorns. Although not when there is a rabbit somewhere, then he's gonna pass through all the thorns in the world to chase that rabbit, you know. But if there is no rabbit or a hare, then no thorns for me, sir. I need a hare or a rabbit to motivate me, right, buddy? Tak pojď, Drake'u. Ah, there we go. I'm gonna carry him for a bit here over this. Oh man, yeah. I thought it's gonna be kind of overgrown. Hold on, buddy. All right, let's try through here. How long it's gonna last until I have to carry him again. So yeah, and this property extends from over there all the way up there. It's a huge, you know, a plot of land, and completely abandoned. It's really a shame. It could be a beautiful Airbnb place, in my opinion. If not a retreat for yourself, then, you know, like, I think people would love to, you know, book a couple of nights here in the middle of the forest and just unwind, you know, especially people from the city. Hold on, I'm gonna carry Drake through here, and there we go. We're out of the thorny hell. Yeah, so it's gonna be impassable through here in spring and then in summer some. We're not going through here probably again unless they clear it out again, you know. But I don't think they'll be extracting any wood from here anytime soon. Because actually this whole area here was, you know, full of trees, and they cleared it a lot. And I think Drake is still protesting. But Drake'u, but I think he can make it. I mean, I think he just plays, you know. For me, I can get through little tiny branches with thorns. Ah, there he is. Yeah, that's what I thought. Imagine there's a hare here, Drake. Anyways, so yeah, what I was talking about is that what was it? Oh yeah, the wind. Oh yes, yeah. The wind's absolutely crazy today. The craziest it's been in the past week, I would say. You know, it just like escalated to an incredible strength, and I've seen worse here, to be honest. You know, I've seen worse, but not much, not by much, really. This region is extremely at times extremely windy. And there are like periods in the year when, yeah, it's just scary, let's say, how strong the wind can get. And I had my share of that, you know, because when there's this extreme wind, there's always something happening, you know, on the garden that you have to sort of rescue, you know, and deal with, and things flying and things breaking and all that. So whenever there's this strong wind, I'm like kind of looking out of the window and I'm like, shit, you know, what's gonna happen, you know? Like, hopefully nothing, but you're still kind of in this tension, you know, of like, you know, like bracing sort of, you know. It's not really very comfortable feeling, to be honest. In a way, when you relax into it, the sound of the wind outside is kind of calming, you know, when you're going to sleep and you hear the crackling of the trees, and, you know, the hum of the forest and the whispering and all that. It's like, it's beautiful, you know, and it's actually relaxing and calming, but you gotta kind of ease into it, you know. Otherwise, if you give in to the worry that, oh damn, wind, and this will fly off, and this might break, and that, then you get into sort of a vicious cycle of, you know, fear and worry, and then wind is your enemy, you know, so to speak, and you cannot really enjoy it. But in a way, it is beautiful, and I mean, it's part of nature, obviously, although I think this strong wind is blown out of proportions and tied to the climate change, in my opinion. You know, it's not really entirely normal, you know. Like last year or 2 years ago, there was actually a tornado in the south of the country. Like, tornado, I mean, for people from the States, that's like, yeah, whatever, you know, that's like, I don't know, heavy rain or something. I mean, obviously not that common, but definitely common. But here, a tornado, that's like an earthquake, you know. If there would be an earthquake here, that would be absolutely unheard of, you know. But yeah, there was a tornado, and people's houses got torn, you know, and roofs were flying, and that is absolutely unheard of here. You know, we have floods, we have all sorts of other natural disasters, but tornado. So in my opinion, that is all tied to the climate change, because the weather is getting crazier and crazier. So yeah, that's today. The wind is absolutely insane. Hopefully it's gonna calm down in the upcoming days. And wow, we got some animals there. See that? How they're running. And those are roe deer. I don't have my glasses with me again, but those are small, so definitely not deer, red deer, but roe deer, and probably roe deer does, but I can't say for sure because I'm not having those glasses, so I can't see antlers or anything. But yeah, roe deer does are pretty common here, pretty common sight. And you see, Drake didn't even react to them. That's pretty cool. Way back in, like, I don't know, 2 years back, he was losing his mind when there was an animal. He was like running. Of course, he's got 3 legs, so is only as far as he can run, and as fast as he can run, although he runs really fast given he's got 3 legs. But still, you know, he's never as fast as he would need to be to catch up to those animals, you know, which kind of, you know, it makes me sort of ease up in those moments, because I know he can't hurt them. And he just, you know, he used to, like, now you can see he doesn't even do that anymore, but he used to, like, you know, run up to them and then he run a bit, and then he was like, damn, fuck it, you know, I'm not fast enough, so he turned back. But yeah, Now the only thing that can really stir him up is a hare, you know, or a rabbit. That is still getting him, you know. But he usually just, you know, like he just goes in for like a, I don't know, half a minute for the chase, for the first, you know, for the first couple of like kicks of the quote unquote hunt, and then he's like, yeah, I would need 4 legs, and he just gives up and turns back. So yeah, but yeah, it's pretty crazy, the wind. And actually there was a situation on the when we were walking through those thorns, there was unfortunately I was talking about something else, and I didn't want to make another, you know, so to speak, you know, change of subject or topic. But there was an interesting situation. Maybe it's going to happen again, but there was a predator, a bird of prey, flying through the trees, and you could hear, actually I didn't know about the bird of prey, but I've heard the calls of the birds, and that told me, because that was a specific kind of alarm calls that they're, you know, that they're producing, they're making, that damn it, yeah, my rhetoric sucks today. Like really trying to get the sentence out, but it's as if it has to go through all sorts of different like wheels and tumbles, and it gets all jagged up and skewed and everything. So yeah, what I wanted to say is that they're producing these calls to alert the other songbirds of a presence of a bird of prey. Now that was a good sentence. so that's what they're doing. They're making these calls, and that's how I usually, you know, especially not having my glasses with me, I'm not a, you know, I don't have the sharpest sight really, you know, I get like pretty blurry sight. It's not that bad, but you know, I can't see all the little tiny details. So I probably wouldn't notice, you know, a flying, a bird of prey among the trees. But, you know, when you listen to the sounds of the forest, you can hear all sorts of things. And one of them is these alarm calls, and they always alert you, okay, there's a bird of prey flying around. And you look up, and yep, you see I don't know, that one was actually, it was most likely a goshawk, yeah. So you can see a bird of prey and it's flying there, and all the birds are alerting other songbirds and other birds to its presence, you know. So they have this, like, how would you call it? Not like friendship, but like this camaraderie amongst themselves, you know, that they like stick together and support one another against the predators, you know, because they know they are all at risk, you know, it's their common enemy, and so they cooperate, you know, amongst the species. It can be all sorts of birds, different sizes, you know, but as long as they're songbirds, you know, they stick together, and they produce these alarm calls that tells you, okay, there's a bird of prey, we should watch out. And it carries out through the woods like a wave, really, you know. It starts somewhere, and you can hear how it's spreading, the alarm call, as the bird of prey, as the predator progresses and flies through. You can hear how it's spreading like wildfire. It's really, really cool how it works. Anyways, we can talk more about that on one of the future walks, because there's going to be many of them. And for now, I'm gonna sign off.